Hey everybody, Sayre at Nova Motorcycles again. This week we have my favorite customer Harley of all the Harley customers that we have. No offense to all of you, we love you, but this is my very favorite customer's Harley bike, and I think a very good example of how Harleys should be used, and that is for a long time, ridden hard, ridden well, and don't worry about the chrome so much. This thing, the model, just quick on the model history of this bike. It's 1986 Heritage Softail. For those who don't know Harley history, mid-80s was right after they bought themselves back from the AMF Corporation. The AMF years are known as bad years for Harleys. That was ironhead, shovelhead stuff, and they really weren't making great bikes for a long time. When they bought themselves back, they made the Evo motor, came out with that, and then they also, Willie G. Davidson's brilliant marketing plan was to rely heavily on marketing heritage, marketing the past, the glorious past of American motorcycles. So you'll see this thing has big old flared fenders, much like the 30s and 40s big Indian Chiefs and the Harleys and other, big American twins of that time. So that was the beginning of the nostalgia marketing. We're still witnessing that today in all of pretty much everything that Harley does. Beyond this model in particular, this thing was just, this guy bought it new in '86. He's ridden it across country, I don't know how many times. The Speedo is at least at 110,000. I think I remember him telling me it was over 150. The Speedo stopped working. It just gets ridden and ridden, and he's never done anything to the motor as far as I know. He just changes the oil. You'll see that he's not a fan of polishing. If you look at the exhaust pipes over on this side here, there's a story behind this, and this is the guy who owns it is a filmmaker, and he was on a film shoot on the beach one time in California, got distracted, the tide came in and it swamped the whole bike, and he just kept on riding it like that, let the salt do its thing. He's done some custom touches to it over the years. You can see his seat reserved for skull head, reserved for death, a little morbid, a little bit of memento mori, as we say. This rack here is a luggage rack that we put on, and we actually built a seat that goes on it that is a detachable pillion pad that just clips in, so we can use it as a luggage rack, or if he wants to throw a partner on there, he has a place to sit. We haven't done much to it over the years. We've thrown some tires on it, we've changed some brakes. This time around it needs a clutch cable and just a general go-through. But it really is an example of if you don't overbuild a Harley and you just use them as they were meant to be intended, which is as mild touring bikes, they really can last a very, very long time with a considerable amount of, I hesitate to say neglect, but maybe low maintenance. Change your oil and you're going to be okay. There's not too much more exciting about this bike, except that for me, the fact that the owner doesn't care about the chrome whatsoever really lets me see this as an actual motorcycle instead of a shiny bling mobile, which unfortunately a lot of Harleys are these days. They don't really come across as motorcycles that want to be ridden. They seem kind of like poser things where you want to park it and show it off and spend most of your time polishing instead of riding. And if you know us here at Nova Motorcycles, that's not really what we're about. We like to be on the road, hitting the road. And if you're somebody who likes to be out just riding, we don't care what you're riding. It's going to be cool. So I can't wait to finish up this clutch cable and take this thing out for a test ride. I always take it for a little extra long one because, again, one of my favorite bikes. So chime in the comments, long trips on Harleys if you've had some, or any bike really. And stay tuned and like and subscribe.